Well, it's supper time, and I'm doing intermittent fasting. And what it's doing, it's helping to kind of reboost and restart my immune system and my gut microbiome. And so I've been drinking kefir, and I have been using OMAD for it's been 6 months now, and it definitely is working. I've lost a lot of weight. I feel healthier. And today I am hungry. So today, what I'm going to do is because I'm on low income, I have a tendency to kind of like when I go shopping, I make sure that the products are healthy, but sometimes I have to skimp on things. So today I want to have fish cakes. And so today I had a tin of tuna. I have a couple of tins of tuna. So what I've done is I have drained the oil off the tuna, and I'm going to make tuna cakes. And like I said, I'm going to use what's at my disposal, and I'm going to use my muffin tins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use ghee. Ghee is actually when the butter is melted and it separates from the milk products. The ghee is what you have left. And so what I'm going to do first off is I'm going to use my little brushes that I got from the dollar store. They're just amazing. I love these things. Absolutely love these things. They're great for basting. They're basting brushes. So I'm going to use my ghee, which is already separated from the milk product, and I am going to just basically kind of wash it around my muffin tin. I had to think about the word. So I'm really hungry today, so like I probably will have two or three of these, but I mean it's just tuna, and I'll show you the ingredients that I use, but it's usually just tuna and eggs, right? So it's not a big issue. I have to preheat my oven, so I'm going to put it on bake high, and I'm going to preheat it. Okay. So the oven is preheated. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put all the ingredients together. So what ingredients do I have? Oh, I'm going to have to, I'm also going to flour this before I put the egg batter in it. So I'll show you what I'm going to put on it or in it. Okay, so I've got some onion and I've got some garlic. I have eggs. So I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use 3 eggs, right? So they're organic eggs, so I'm going to use 3 of them. And I have my nutritional yeast, which is amazing for the B vitamins, because actually what I have to do is because the B vitamins are getting very expensive, I'm going to have to kind of like opt to use the nutritional yeast, right? So this is what I'm going to use. And it has got all the B vitamins and a lot of B vitamins. So thiamine, it's got 910%. Riboflavin, it's got 610%. Niacin, 200%. B6, 330%. Folate, 490%. And vitamin B12, it has got 880%. So I'm getting more B vitamins with my nutritional yeast. So that's what I'm putting in as a filler into my, I guess you'd call them tuna muffins. I don't know what you'd call them, but I think you'd call them tuna muffins. So I'm going to break my eggs in. I kind of got turned off eggs for a while there because I had bought some eggs from the store and they had blood in them. So that kind of put me off, right? So basically I'm just going to mash up my eggs, and I am going to use cream. I'm going to put some cream in, some real cream. So I'm going to put some cream in because it kind of gives it a lighter texture. So I'm only going to use a little bit. Okay, so maybe about half of that. So I don't know what. 3 tablespoons of cream, whole cream. Okay, it's not rocket science, right? So I'm going to use some of this. So I'm going to use approximately I don't know, maybe, let's see, 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. Because in 1 tablespoon, you get all those benefits, right? So I'm going to use 2 tablespoons because I haven't had vitamin B12 for a couple of days. And then I'm just going to mix it up. Some people can put, or do put, I'm going to put my onions and my garlic in now. Some people put breadcrumbs in their salmon patties, or, you know, a lot of people put breadcrumbs. I'm not going to put breadcrumbs today. I'm just going to do the basics. Okay, so where did I put my tuna? So I have a tin of tuna from the dollar store. You do what you got to do. But it's going to be so good. So good. I've had these before, and it's going to be so good. So I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so yeah. I don't know if we're going to get some weather, some sort of weather or something, because my cat has been eating constantly, nonstop, at all. So he's going to eat around the same time that I do. So yeah. Okay, so I got to put some of this stuff away so I don't mess it up. Okay, so now let's put some spices in, right? Well, I do know that I'm a spice nut. I love my spices. So I was able to buy some cayenne pepper the other day, and cayenne is really good if, especially with me, like I have heart problems and I had a stroke. So if I'm feeling the top lip starting to get that kind of like odd feeling to it, I will take some paprika, and I actually keep some in a dish, on a dish. I keep some on a dish on my stove. And if ever I get a feeling of, you know, almost like pre-stroke, when I had the stroke last time, I will take some paprika and I will put it in my mouth and I will let it kind of, you know, get in with my saliva, then take a drink of water. And that works better than an aspirin does, trust me. But that's just what I do. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying what I do. So I've got some paprika. I've got some red peppers. I've got some garlic, pepper, and salt, and that's all going to go in this concoction with the tuna. Okay, so a little bit of salt, not much salt though. I'm still looking to try to get some of that Celtic salt, and I'm having a hell of a time finding it. Like it seems to be sold out everywhere I go. It's sold out. Okay, so I got some pepper, and I do use a lot of pepper. Okay, and I am going to put some chili flakes in it because I like my chili flakes. Okay, now I got to get the flour because I have to put some flour on my muffin tins. Flour's kept in the fridge. I keep my flour in an ice cream container in the fridge because when you put it in the fridge, um, it will get rid of any little bugs that are in there. It will kill them. So that's what I do. Sorry, I got to be off camera for a second because I do not have a big kitchen. Do not have a big kitchen. Okay, so I've got this all done. I might have to put some more ghee in there. So it's buttered, and I'm going to put a little bit of flour in each little muffin tin so that, and I'm not going to leave it in, I'm going to shake it out. Okay, so I put a little bit in, and then all you do is you like that, right? So kind of leaves a little bit of a trace of the flour on there. So that's all you do there. Now that I've got flour all over myself, okay. Oh, almost forgot my paprika. Okay. So it's all mixed up, and you can basically put anything you want in there. You can put absolutely anything you want. So, where do I put this? Okay, so now I'm going to put the egg mixture into the muffin tin, and then it's going to go in the oven, and that's it. That's all there is to it. You know what I'm going to purchase, I think, next time is I'm going to purchase those little paper cups. I seen a girl today on one of the channels I'm watching, and she actually used parchment paper that she kind of pressed into the muffin tin to bake muffins. I've never seen that done. So, I mean, I do have some. I could try it. So I could try it. Hang on. We'll see. We'll see. I'm willing to try it. Parchment paper. Okay, let's see. The things I get myself into, right? Okay, so we're gonna try. We're gonna cut. Okay, so I got some parchment paper. I'm going to cut it in a little cube. Might have to cut it smaller. You know what I could do? I could. I could make it into like a circle, right? So let's see. I wasn't good at this in grade school either. Yes, I am. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's see if this works. It's not the greatest circle, but it'll fit in there. And I'm going to see if that works better than, yeah, so I just put it in, and we're going to spoon the egg mixture into that. And let's see if that works. Oh, I bet you it will too. I bet you any money that'll work really good. I think I might do that with a couple of them. I think I might do that with a couple of them. I think that's a good idea. I should have thought of that. So I've got 3 of them that aren't done. And then the things we do. But you can actually buy the little paper parchment triangles that I've seen them put that in there. It's like such a good idea. I just think it's a really good idea. So we'll see, because I bet you the other ones are going to stick. They will stick to the side, even though I've got it buttered and everything. I bet you any money they will stick. Where'd I put the scissors? Yeah. Okay. Let's try the things I do. Okay. I've only got one left anyway, so. If this works, I might do this next time too. Like if it comes out nice and clean, try it. You try it. Okay, so there's another one, and I'll put the last bit of egg mixture in there. Now, at the very end, when these are cooked, I do have some shredded cheese that I had shred off of a big block of cheese in the freezer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that, I'm going to take it out after these are cooked. I'm going to sprinkle it on the top and put it back in and have the top kind of like browned, right? So let's see how this works. Can you see that? I really need to get a better camera, but anyhow, so we're going to try these 3 without and 3 with. Okay, let's see. And that is going to be my supper. So I'm excited to see how it's going to turn out. I didn't make any bread. I haven't bought any sourdough bread. I couldn't afford it this month. So I did make the cinnamon buns the other day with the biscuit mix, and I do still have some biscuit mix left. I still have some left, but I'm going to save that. I like to stockpile that for those just in case times during the month when I'm really, really tight for food. So, yeah, so we're going to see how this turns out. We'll see if parchment paper, and I buy my parchment paper as cheap as I can, trust me. And it's a pretty big thing of it. But if this works, I might just be using this for all my muffins and indeed my tuna. What would you call these? Tuna muffins? Tuna, egg, and garlic and onions. So we'll see how that turns out. I'm excited. And you know what? I'm getting a little hungry. So what I do is I get the big brick of cheese when it's on sale, and usually it's on for like you get two big bricks of cheese for like $6. Sometimes from Giant Tiger, sometimes from Longlaws, and I'm in Canada. So what I do is I grate it and I put it in the freezer, and this is all I've got left from one of the mozzarella ones, but it lasted me almost 2 months. So listen, it smells divine in here. So this is going to be good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tuna, what would you call them? Tuna muffins out of the oven shortly, and I'm going to put some of this on. Then I'm going to put it back in, and I'm going to brown the top. So I'll put it on broil on low and brown the top of the muffins. But also, I wanted to tell you something that is so good on these little tuna muffins. I wonder if they call them tuna melts. I'm not sure. Anyway, tuna muffins is my name. So you take some Tostitos. Now I put this stuff on all that shit. You know, you remember that little old lady that said I put that stuff on everything or on all that shit? Anyway, I do that with Tostitos. I put it, the salsa, I put it in my soups, I put it on my burgers, I put it like on my hot dogs, when I have hot dogs, whatever I have, I love this stuff. I would love to learn to make it. I would love to be able to grow a garden where I can. When I see the big containers that are on sale, I will purchase the big containers by salsa. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put some salsa in my tiny little, remember that thing from the calendar, and I put, or from the candle from the candle. So I washed it, rinsed it, it's all sterilized. I put jam in it. The last date today, I'm going to put some salsa. And when I sit down to eat at the table, it's going to be, you know, just because you're eating alone doesn't mean that you have to like eat in front of the TV. So today I'm going to sit down at the kitchen table or at the dining room table because I don't have any room in my kitchen. And we're going to put some of these bad boys on my my tuna muffins. Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. Like I'm so hungry. You know, this OMAD thing that I'm on, the 1 meal a day, it works. But I didn't realize this. So I'm going to have to do better next time. I didn't realize this. Hang on. When you have a coffee and you put cream, especially fat, the cream that I use, the real cream, it will break your fast. I didn't know that. I had no idea. So tomorrow I'm going to have black coffee. Yeah, black coffee with cinnamon. And usually I put cinnamon or nutmeg in it, but I didn't have any nutmeg. So now I have nutmeg. So tomorrow morning I'm going to have my coffee with cinnamon and nutmeg. That's going to be good. So let's get these out. So I could talk all day. That's what happens when you're a senior. And you don't know a lot of people. Most of your friends have died or have left or, you know, or taken care of their partners, right? Oh, listen. I have you like if you could do smell vision. Isn't that good? Okay. So now I'm just going to put, and you know what? I think it might be all right using it just in the muffin tin. So I'm going to put some cheese on, then I'm going to put it back in the freezer, back in the oven. It might work better on the ones that have the parchment paper on, but we'll see. Oh my God, this is going to be so good. And you know, I didn't make any bread. I didn't buy any bread. I didn't make any sourdough bread. I didn't do any bread at all. So this is gonna have to do me. Yeah. So I'm gonna rinse the hands off. I'm so excited about tasting this. Okay, let's put this back in. So I put some cheese on it. Put back in the oven. Take it off bake, and we're gonna put it on broil on low, but I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it. So this is going to be good. And I save all these jars, all of them. I save all of them. Yep. So I actually might start making my own salsa. Yeah. I love this stuff. Yeah, so I save those paper bottles for, for storing stuff in, right? So I even still have some more of this left, right? It would have been nice to have like potatoes or something, like a few little pan-fried potatoes, but you know what? I don't need the starch, so I don't need the starch. I need to start paying attention to the starch that I'm eating, especially yesterday because I made those cinnamon buns, but and they were so good because what I did is I put them in the freezer so they would freeze because they were, I mean, they were warm when I took them out when I tasted them. They were really good. I put them in the freezer and then late last night, don't tell anybody, shh, I yeah, I had one of the cinnamon buns, but it was frozen. But I only had a small piece of it. But oh, it was so good. It was so good. I took it out of the fridge and it was nice and hard. And it was like, it was a good treat. But, you know, I can't condemn myself too much because I did use ghee. And I also used jaggery, which is better than, the refined sugar that you buy from the store. So, and today we're going to have some salsa on some tuna loaves. Not tuna loaves. What did we call them? Tuna muffins. I invented my own muffins. They look so good. I'm so excited. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay, listen, it smells divine in here. So I'm going to show you how they turned out. I had the cheese on the top, and I am telling you, look at, oh my goodness, they look so good. So we're going to take them out. I'm going to put them on a plate, and I'll show you how they look like. Oh my goodness. I want to show you though how easy it is to take um, the ones with the parchment paper out. So look, here's the parchment paper. Look. And it turned out really good. Okay, hang on. Gotta move this because it's way too hot. Okay, so oh, some of it fell out. Okay, so there's one. Look how easy that is. Okay, now the ones that, is that hot? It's still a little bit hot. Now these are the ones that, oh, they might be easy to take out. Oh, look at, okay, how am I gonna get those? Let me see. Maybe a spoon. Try a spoon. Oh my goodness, look how good they turned out. So I guess it doesn't matter if I use the parchment paper or not, because look at, oh my gosh, it looks so good. So there we go. I'm really happy. I'm happy with how these turned out. This is going to be so good, so good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try one with the parchment paper, and I'm going to try one without the parchment paper. Okay, so I want some of my salsa that I put in my little container. Oh my gosh, this is going to be good. Okay.
Oh, it comes down so easy. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so good. So good. Mm. Oh my gosh. That is really good. That is really, really good. Especially with the salsa on it. Like, look at that looks so good. It's a little warm, but I'm hungry. Mm, that is so, so good. And the truth is, and I don't usually touch my food, but I'm going to show you. So these, the ones without the parchment paper, you could actually pre-make them, and you could put them, put parchment paper on the bottom and freeze them. You could like stack them in one of those containers and put it in your freezer and have it for those times when you don't feel like cooking, right? But these are so, so good. So I'm going to get back to it, and I shall see you on the next video. The good Lord be willing. Bye.